All right, all right, all right. Hello, babies. Hello, babies. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. Uh-oh, he wants to play. He loves to play. Somebody asked about cat dog. Her name is Holly. She's not a cat. She has no animosity towards cats. She... When I was working at the moving company, a bunch of the guys, the guys who load and unload the trucks out in the field, we called them lumpers. I don't know exactly what their technical term is. In the mornings when local dispatch was getting all the crews together and sending them out there, there'd be a gang of these lumpers running around in the summertime, waiting to be assigned to a crew. And one of them caught Holly in our parking lot. And they brought her in. Nobody wanted her. She was a stray. None of the lumpers did. They brought her into the office, and I know my wife was looking for a dog. Her last cat had finally been put down. It wasn't like a mean thing. He was like 17 years old or something crazy. He was an old cat. I don't remember exactly what he had going on with him, but he had some issue. He was done. I don't miss him. He used to take a dump and then walk across my pillow. And that to me just doesn't... That's not what friends do. So, yeah. I mean, I wasn't mean to him, obviously, you know. I made sure he had food and water. And I'd scratch his butt every now and again, but that's about the end of it. I don't like cat hair. I'm not a real huge fan of cats. But anyway. So I knew my wife was looking for a dog. So it was me and one other gal in the office that had expressed some interest. She was thinking about getting a dog for her son. And I was like, well, or she had talked to her son or something like that, and he wasn't like terrible interested in it. I was like, well, I'll take the dog home, see if my wife likes her, and if she does, then we'll keep her, and if not, you can have a shot, and if that doesn't work, then you could take her to one of like the SPCA or something like that. So again, for some reason I was picking my wife up from somewhere, so I had the dog with me in the truck, and my wife went to get in the truck, and it was just like, it was love. Dog loved her, she loved the dog. It was an instant bond. This is my wife's dog. This is not my dog. She will always pick her mom over me unless I have food. I mean, she loves me, but she loves her mama. She is her mama's little shadow. If we're going out on a walk, like if we're out somewhere and she's not on a leash, she is stuck like glue to her mama. And that was about, that was about 10 or 11 years ago that happened, that we got her, and we figured she was a few years old at the time. She's part Chihuahua, part Chinese crested. Yes, my wife did have a DNA test done of her. My wife also had one of her tooth or canines broke, and my wife had a $1,000 crown put in that was gone like that afternoon. That was fun. Free dog. My wife has spent $1 million. Yes, we did check to see if she was chipped or anything like that. She was not. She is chipped now because we are responsible pet owners, and she is all fight. She's missing a tooth, but she put my my old pit bull in his place. She'd steal his toys. She'd steal his food. She just ran roughshod over that poor boy. This new one, she still jumps down and corrects him, but he's happy Patty, and he doesn't care if you're trying to correct him. If she's trying to correct him, he just assumes she's playing, and he goes into full play mode, and she hates that, and eventually she just ends up ignoring him in a huff. So that's the dogs. That's your dog story for the morning. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, good Lord, these vehicles are loud right now. In case you're trying to track my movements, yes, I am close to a freeway right now. I do a very long walk every morning. You only get to see usually about 20 minutes of it, but I walk for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half. I get up at 4:15. I don't have to be at work till like 8 or 8:30. That should give you a clue. I do like to walk. Anyway. So yes, everything has come out about Bao, or at least all the juicy stuff. Bao is in contempt because he was filming. That's what everybody knew, and that's what was confirmed apparently on the Clash with Bao live stream. It was contempt for filming in court. His solitary is not actually solitary, it's segregation, and it's because people want to beat his ass because he's Bao, and he might be the little retarded cousin that you like, but apparently people in prison aren't as willing to put up with his nonsense, so he gets segregation for his protection, not because he's making such great strides. It's amazing how the narrative collapses so quickly and easily, isn't it? It's almost like people are trying to keep us misinformed. Almost like that. I mean, I would never accuse James of just outright lying, because he's a good little Mormon boy, and they don't do that. But I would suggest that he is being loose with the truth. Let's talk about Johnny Cochran. This is apparently a big thing now. In the discussion that is currently ongoing, that is the most participated in discussion, the question was raised, how many, I don't remember how I phrased, but how many rich people end up going to jail? And there was like 25 or 26 replies about just naming off rich people who were in jail. The richest, I think, cited in the list owned or had a fortune of 16 billion. Rich people don't tend to commit crimes like poor people do. They have the money. They don't need to steal to get what they want. So they're a lot less likely to commit crimes. I'm sorry, it's statistics. Statistically speaking, rich people are less likely to commit crimes. That's not saying they're better people. They just don't have the same needs. If they want something, they can buy it. But when you're poor and you want something, you can't. So you're more likely to steal it or something. I don't know. But now the discussion has turned to the difference between being rich and being wealthy. I'm not sure that's going to be something that the original poster can win on, because being $16 billion, having a net value of $16 billion to me would be wealthy. I mean, that's not just a lottery winning. If you have $16 billion, you probably have a massive income on that $16 billion, and you could probably afford to pay a team of the world's best lawyers. But again, hiring a lawyer does not guarantee you the win. Hiring the world's best lawyer doesn't guarantee you the win. You can't buy your way out of it. You increase your odds. You can go into the playoffs with a bush league, or whatever they call them, a high school quarterback, or you can go into the playoffs with, I don't know, insert some famous quarterback here. The last quarterback I really remember is Joe Montana, so I don't know. Is he still good? Whatever. But the point is, you increase your chances. Joe Montana was the best quarterback in the league for years or something. And the 49ers went to the Super Bowl several times under his leadership, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I'm not a sports guy. I'm trying sports analogy. Sports ball. But the point of the analogy is that teams are willing to spend to get a good quarterback because they know it increases their chances. Theoretically, a high school or college quarterback could theoretically take a team to the Super Bowl and win it. It is theoretically possible. It is not outside of the realm of possibility. But it's improbable. It's highly improbable. The difference between court and being on the football field, the big difference is that the judge will be more accommodating of the actual pleadings. You're still required to do all the required pleadings, but when the judge reads the pleadings, the judge is going to be more lenient on you than he would on an attorney. But an attorney is going to make better pleadings. I had a discussion with another attorney about this. I found myself being very to the point with my wife because I deal with attorneys all day long. And we know exactly what we need to know. We know what we need to know. I need to know how much money you made. I need to know how much money he makes. I don't care if he's a bad person. I need to know how much you have in your retirement account. I need to know how many kids you have. I don't care if they like you more than they like him. I mean, I understand that these additional things are important to you on a psychological basis, but they are meaningless to me. James wanted to explain his actions. I'm like, that's irrelevant to me, but you explain them, it's the same thing. But lawyers know what we need to know. I probably rambled really odd on that one. My point is, I know the information that I need to know. I might not know it. I might have to find it, ask it, acquire it. But I know specifically what data I need to have access to in order to be successful in litigating your case. You don't. Can you find it out? Sure. People are commenting, the problem with our legal system is that it's so difficult, so complicated that it keeps the common people out. Well, yeah. The problem with plumbing is that it's so difficult and so complicated that it keeps the common people out. The problem with the way your car runs, the way the engines are built and everything nowadays is that they're so complicated, they keep the common people out. I don't know. I challenge everybody to do this. Find a case, any case, doesn't really matter, that was decided in like 1800s, 1820 to 1890, somewhere in that kind of range. Try to read it. You think legalese is hard to read now? It is really hard to read in the 1800s. Morning. Yeah, there's always skunks. We have an understanding with the skunks. We don't bug them if they don't bug us. At least that's the understanding that me and the skunks have. Now, Patty, on the other hand, has a completely... Are you good? Are you done trying to wrap me up? All right, let's go. Patty would love to get up close and personal, but he's young and he's dumb and he's never played with skunks before, so... And I don't plan on allowing him the opportunity. I'm a bad parent. Don't you want him to understand it? Yeah, but anyway, law has always been complicated. They've done quite a bit, actually, to make it more accessible. But the problem is it's complicated because it has to be complicated, and you may not believe that. But if they try to relax the rules, then there are things that are going to go through without being addressed appropriately, without getting justice. So they have to make a little micro rule to cover that one thing. And then there's another kind of thing that won't go under the main rule because it wouldn't lead to a just result. So they have to make another micro rule for that thing. And there are the rules, and then there are the exceptions to the rules, and then there are the exceptions to the exceptions to the rules, and then there are the exceptions to the exceptions to the exceptions to the rules. And the purpose behind all those is justice, is fairness. That is the purpose behind it. It doesn't achieve it. Okay, whatever. But that's the purpose. That's the intent. And it's the best system that we've come up with so far. And if you have something better that you think will work, that doesn't involve something stupid like relying on people's better natures, voluntarism will work. Yeah, right. Just like communism will work. Everybody will just pitch in and do their best for the common good because that's what I want. All right. Sorry, it's allergies. Allergies. Did we cover everything? Let's think about this for a minute. Oh, no, we haven't. All right. Simple assault, simple batteries. I'm confused, people say. Why specifically auditors shouldn't report them. I didn't say that. I just said it's not gonna get prosecuted. Because 99% of the time they don't. I'm not supporting what those people did. I have never supported violence as a means to combat speech. I think if somebody is saying something that you don't like, if someone is using their speech to do something you don't like, you should use your speech to combat it. That's a different point. So we'll finish on Mr. Shockley. Mr. Shockley does not like the police. Mr. Shockley may say he likes the police. He doesn't like the police. He's confrontational with them. If he doesn't need them, he's an asshat to them. Just from the get-go, I've never seen Kyle Shockley act in any way respectful to the police. He has never given them respect from the get-go. And don't give me that bullshit respect is earned, not given. No, if you start off respectful with someone and they start off respectful with you, then everything seems to work a little bit better. You're just meeting them, you give them the benefit of the doubt, you treat them with respect. But Mr. Shockley doesn't do that. And I think the public is getting tired of Mr. Shockley's actions and antics. People are trying to paint that group of middle-aged, overweight people as a street gang. No. Those are probably middle-class America or lower middle-class America. Those aren't, that wasn't a street gang. That was absolutely not a street gang. And if those are the people who are supporting the police over you, there's a problem. But yeah, simple batteries, simple assaults, they're technically crimes. They are crimes. I shouldn't say technically, they're crimes. But lots of things are crimes. Lots of things are crimes, and if the police chase down expended resources on every single tiny little offense, then the police would be out there all day, every day, and not getting anything done. They would be spinning their wheels. I thought it was hilarious that Mr. Shockley was like, "Oh, tell them it's me. They'll be out here in a minute." I think he thinks he has an exaggerated sense of self-importance, in my estimation. I was gonna go somewhere off of this. Was it middle class America? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah, James was acting the fool in a Walmart because, you know, nothing keeps the man down, or nothing is better than fighting the man by going after minimum wage Walmart workers and annoying them for no reason. You know, your standard stuff. It's totally, you know, his First Amendment right to film inside a Walmart and to annoy Walmart workers, I guess. I don't know. So we covered Cochrane. You can't actually buy a win, but you can improve your chances with money, theoretically. I mean, if there is a way to get out of something, then yeah. I do, however, think it's hilarious that the people who are so concerned about justice in the system are also concerned that poor people can't buy their way out of crimes like the rich can. I guess it's not about justice, is it? So we've talked about Cochrane. What else did we talk about? We talked about the dog. It's not a cat, damn it. I thought there was something else. I'm probably wrong. Oh yeah, cutting to the chase though, going back to that story. I was, since I know what I need to know and since my brain works, it's been reprogrammed, I guess, to think along the lines of elements. Like my wife will be telling me a story of what happened at work and I'll be thinking about it like a lawsuit or a potential lawsuit. It's kind of weird. But it's just like, you know these facts. And I fixate on the facts. And obviously she's telling it to me more for an emotional release than to tell me the facts. But I was talking to another attorney. He's been practicing since like 2000-ish, so a while, 15 to 18 years. He's like, yeah, I totally know what you mean. He said I can't hardly listen to stories from my wife or my parents or anything like that. I'm like, get to the point. I need to know the answer. These are the things. Now I really am rambling because I have no idea where I was going on that. Ugh. Yeah, I got a lot going on at work, so I have, like last night I didn't get home till 6-ish. Might not sound like much, but remember I'm up at 4, so 4:15. So it doesn't leave a long time to eat and do stuff and then go to bed. Anyway, I guess I've rambled long enough. It's been real, it's been fun. Hopefully the audio turns out on this one. It didn't last time, but we'll see. Thanks for watching. Have a good morning.